pushing through with the dirt on my sleeves. Even if it hurts, even if it's razor deep, I'm not giving up, not gonna run. I'll be there when you need me. Yeah, even if it hurts. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, even if it hurts. Yeah, 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 yeah. Not giving up on you. I'm not giving up on you. How long will it take for you to lean on me? Time to let it go so you can finally breathe slow. Slow. Even if it hurts, even if it makes me bleed, I'm gonna carry you, pushing through with the dirt on my sleeves. Even if it hurts, even if it's razor deep, I'm not giving up, not gonna run. I'll be there when you need me. Yeah, even if it hurts. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, even if it hurts. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah.
Killer for hire, soldier of fortune. Gotta walk through a fire for what's important. And the warrior's blood through your veins is coursing. Killer for hire, soldier of fortune. The whole world's watching every move. Take your shot, don't act a fool. All you got and all you ever need is one bullet in the chamber. Breathe easy, take your aim, boy. Ain't nobody gonna save you. So what you gonna do? One bullet in the chamber. Breathe easy, take your aim, boy. Ain't nobody gonna save you. So what you gonna do? Do or die, you're a mercenary. One of a kind that you're burdened to carry. Go and make them proud, do what's necessary. Oh no, do or die, you're a mercenary. Now the whole world's watching every move. Take your shot, don't act a fool. All you got and all you ever need is one bullet in the chamber. Breathe easy, take your aim, boy. Ain't nobody gonna save you. So what you gonna do? One bullet in the chamber. Breathe easy, take your aim, boy. Ain't nobody gonna save you. So what you gonna do? Now the whole world's watching every move. Still your heart so much to prove. Fight for all the things that you believe in. Now the whole world's watching every move. Take your shot, don't act the fool. All you got and all you ever need. One bullet in the chamber. It's one bullet in the chamber. Breathe easy, take your aim, boy. Ain't nobody gonna save you. So what you gonna do? One bullet in the chamber. Breathe easy, take your aim, boy. Ain't nobody gonna save you. So what you gonna do?
the city, said a young man sitting next to me. Heard you new in town, before you get around, here's a little tip from me. Best stick to yourself no matter where you go. Just watch your back and hold your own. And if after that trouble's knocking at your door, remember my friend, it's a town we're fighting for. Welcome to your paradise, where the little man pays a bigger price. Take another hit, just get it over with. We're a little sick, you see. Can't stay down no more, we gotta make it known. So get back up, you're not alone. And then hit 'em back, leave 'em gripping to the floor. You never had a choice, they're knocking at your door. Remember my friend, it's time and this is war. It's time and this is war. Welcome to the untold. Take a deep breath, take the higher road. That's what they always say, as if they know the way. They won't take it from me. But don't ever doubt yourself, 'cause life ain't just a dream. You make your own, so kick and scream. The people will act with a never-ending force. You never had the chance, so what you waiting for? The day has come, my friend, 'cause this is war. It's time and this is war. Light another wick, better make it quick. We ain't got a lot of time, 'cause the powers that be don't want us free, so they gotta double shine. But when the dust settles in,
हाँ भाई। क्या? हाँ भाई। 5 की वॉचिंग है अभी तो।
भाई 2-3 तो अपन ही हैं उसमें से, एक सब इधर वाले ही हैं अपने,
हाँ, एक तो
कमेटी वाले ही
नहीं
हैं। ये तो टेस्टिंग वाले लोग हैं अभी सारे।
हाँ, आने तो चाहिए। अब भाई अपनी क्लास में भी मैंने बोल दिया मैं कमेंटिंग कर रहा हूँ तो वो आ जाएंगे।
Fourth one is the Byte. The one-stop store for customized jerseys and more.
discouraged, take a shot of liquid courage. 'Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill. And there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can bite, and they'll never say die. And there's no going back, if I get trapped, I'll never heal. Yeah, my monsters are real. Good for you, you hurt everybody. Good for you, you hurt everyone. Good for you, you love nobody. Good for you, you owe no one. Leave your weapon on the table, wrapped in burlap, barely able. Call a doctor, say a prayer, choose a God you think is fair. 'Cause my monsters are real, and they're trained how to kill. And there's no coming back, and they just laugh at how I feel. And these monsters can bite, and they'll never say die. And there's no going back, if I get trapped, I'll never heal. 'Cause my monsters are real.
We'll give good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the finals of the Kingslayer. We are witnessing one of the finest matches and between the Glorious Gals and the Ancient Incas. The Glorious Gals, which is the senior section E, and the Ancient Incas, which is the senior DCBB section. It's good to see both the senior sections coming at least in one of the games in the finals. What do you think, Vishal?
Well, I think it is going to be a very interesting game, and so is the choice of opening E5 and C6. A very typical opening to see in such games. It is a rapid game, 10 minutes time control, and you can see that Arvind is already low on time when compared to Morat's chess. And so they are
Guys,
currently battling for the center.
Guys, just to help you here, Vishal himself is a chess player and he was a participant in the last round. So it'll be very interesting. Throughout the journey, he takes us for this tournament and this game to be precise. Yes, Vishal.
Yes, yes, thank you. So right now you can see that we are in the middle game. So in middle game, usually people try to, make an attack and try to focus for the center. The player who can, get the more advantage at the center usually has the upper hand. And right now both are attacking and defending for the center. The knight at d4 is very strong, and Arvind has to find a way to kick it off.
Arvind used castling in the beginning, right?
Yeah, Arvind castled in the beginning, and Morash completely avoided castling, so he had to move up his king so that he could connect his rooks. Connecting rook is also very important to make sure that you have no back rank issues, and also it is usually suggested to have a better attack and defense as well. One major issue can be time for Arvind right now. Also, the situation is not very good. The knight coming in are very tricky. They can anytime get you in a fork. A fork is when a knight attacks two pieces, so you can just save one and the other one always have to go. Uh,
Right.
so so he has put up his bishop to remove that knight from the central square. You Many people must be knowing that both knight and bishop both have equal points, right? They both have 3 points. So you should usually use a pawn, a knight, or only a bishop to remove the knight. So that was the strategy. But now you can see the pawn is actually forking two minor pieces.
And the time also we see here is, close to half the match is already passed, half the time for the match.
Yeah. Yeah, and that pawn on d4 is very strong. He's looking both at the knight on c3 and that bishop on e3.
So guys, just to yeah,
Okay, yeah, Shanu.
guys,
So
just to tell
Shanu is
you
playing very
about
strong.
yeah,
Right now,
so
Arvind has to decide that he wants to save his knight or his bishop because that pawn is going to take one of the pieces at least, and Shanu is going to be a piece up after this exchange.
fine, just to tell you thing about Shanu, he himself is a national player, and that's why this is what makes this match even more interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. We get to see how such strong players play in a short format of 10 minutes. So he decided to take the pawn by his bishop. Debatable choice. Usually, in such open positions, bishop is preferred over knight, but it can be personal preference as well.
Would you not say, Vishal, that Shanu here seems to be at a little more advantage than Arvind after the pass
Absolutely,
of 6 minutes?
absolutely. He is a piece up basically. He's a piece up. A piece up is a very big advantage, and the queens are already off the board, so it is a little difficult to catch up right now. They are already somewhat in an end game. After the queen is off the board, we usually call it an end game. Just one minor piece and one two major pieces, that is the rooks. So right now, it is important to ensure you have a good structure of pawns because at this point people usually try to promote their pawns into queens, and also it is very important as knights are on the board. Knights can be very tricky pieces, as I said before. You have to double count when you're using a knight. Yeah, you can anytime get into a fork, and that can change the tide of the game.
And when you say about the structure of the pawns, no, uh, Shanu seems to have a much more organized structure in that sense.
Yeah, so if we talk about pawn, the pawn structure for both the players is pretty okay. The pawn on d3 for Arvind is a little weak. There is no protection for him. It is an isolated pawn right now. So he should try to protect that pawn. Pawn structure for Morat's chess, then Shanu is pretty good. He has no isolated pawn. Also, he's just trying to attack his pieces using his knights to attack his rook and defending his own knight with his rook. So all the pieces are coming together in the right. Uh, as I can say, they are playing in a symphony. You want to create synergy at this point with your pieces. You have to make sure that all those are attacking. They are pointing towards the king slowly and gradually. So right now, Moritz is just trying to capture some more pieces to get a clear advantage, so that he can
And
convert it into a meeting attack. Right now, they are still just trying to get an advantage over one another. Shanu already has an advantage of a piece, so that is good. Okay, so Arvind
we
try to
have
give a check.
just, Vishal, we have just less than 3 minutes left now.
Yeah, doesn't seem like. So they just exchanged their knights, and now Shanu has offered a exchange of rooks. So when you're up in piece, it is usually a good idea to exchange pieces, and Arvind at this point should avoid exchanging pieces because more exchange pieces you exchange, the more would be the advantage for Shanu at this point.
Right. So, Vishal, do you know who all have made this event possible for us to go ahead with? You
I
know who are
think
the
everyone would
partners?
love to know. Yeah, everyone would love to know about.
Great, great. So we have, House of Jersey with us, who has been a one-stop store for all the customized jerseys that we need. After this, we also have the pickle story, and the best part is you get the years old same taste, followed by Nayak Bharti, which is an official media partner. And I'd really love to see, one of the winners here getting snapped in the newspapers tomorrow in
Yeah,
Nayak
that
Bharti.
would be great. Yeah, so here now we can see the players have started pushing their pawns. They are trying to get an advantage again. So this is going to be a slow push and pull of pawns here. Uh, Trying to get a passed pawn. A passed pawn is basically where there is no other pawn to attack on it. So once you get a passed pawn, you just try to push it and promote it into a queen or whatever piece you fancy. Okay, so time pressure for Arvind is very high right
It's,
now. You can
it's
see he's,
piling up, yes.
yeah, so it's going to be an issue. So right now, Shanu is pushing his pawn, the c pawn. It is a pass pawn already, as you can see. Yeah, no Arvind's no pawn is attacking it, so it's already a pass pawn. So it's all about how Shanu can promote that pawn, and if he can, it would be a very easy mating attack after that.
Where are we heading now? I think
So we
just
are,
1 minute, close to 1 minute in the
yeah,
game left.
so Arvind is basically doing a desperate attempt to defend himself, and Shanu is just trying to push his pawn. Once the pawn is promoted to a queen, then a queen and rook is enough material to checkmate the white's king. So it's looking very difficult for Arvind right now. He does not have any compensation for the pawn and for the rook and the knight. So it just looks like a matter of time.
Arvind, I think, barely stands a chance unless he pulls out the stunner.
Yeah, maybe it's not much about Arvind anymore. If Shanu makes a blunder, then only it is the
Yeah,
chance, right? Nothing else. Yeah. Okay, so he made a blunder right now. He was trying to attack the pawn, but Shanu simply promoted it to a queen. Yeah, and now, yeah. So he resigns, and a very interesting match. Very good, very well played by Shanu.
Chanut was expected of you, my friend.
Absolutely, absolutely, and very well played. I didn't see any blunder from his side. very good strategy of first controlling the center, then exchanging pieces when he became a piecer, and then promoting his piece to a queen. Really a classic match.
Well done, guys. Well played. You know what? Uh, when you talk about the team which is Glorious Gals, in their previous match also they defeated predatory Persians. So Persians also had a couple of state players as well in their team. They were also a very good team, and winning over them in itself was a good achievement
Well, you
by the
have to
Gals.
appreciate the crowd here at IMT. Yeah? We have all sort of people very talented in different fields, sportsmen, and also very good in academics. Like,
Fri- uh, Friends, just to keep you in the loop, we also have two more matches parallelly going on with the other team members of both the teams, and we'll be taking you soon there as well. And do you know
Two hearts, one valve, pumping the blood. We were the flood, we were the body, and two lives, one life, sticking it out, letting you down, making it right. Seasons they will change, life will make you grow, change will make you cry, cry, cry. Everything is temporary, everything will slide. Love will never die, die, die. I know that birds fly in different directions. I hope to see you again. Sunsets, sunrises, living the dream, watching the leaves changing the seasons. Some nights I think of you, reliving the past, wishing it lasts, wishing and dreaming. Seasons they will change, life will make you grow, death can make you hard, hard, hard. Everything is temporary, everything will slide. Love will never die, die, die. I know that birds fly in different directions. I hope to see you again.
cry for a little. And I wanna die for a little. I wanna feel sane for a little. And on my own brain for a little. And maybe I'll smile for a little. I did that shit a lot when I was little. Cause all of my demons are my friends, are my friends. And I know they'll be there till the end, till the end. Best friends forever, I'll write them letters, lend them my sweaters, we'll die together, yeah. All of my demons are my friends, are my friends. I feel free when I'm older and find a little peace when I'm older. I hope I still sing when I'm older and hear the bells ring when I'm older. I hope I find time to be sober and drink a lot less when I'm older. I think I got a lot on my shoulders. I hope I find some heat when I get colder. Cause all of my demons are my friends, are my friends. And I know they'll be there till the end, till the end. Best friends forever, I'll write them letters, lend them my sweaters, we'll die together, yeah. All of my demons are my friends, are my friends.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the final match of the chess between the two teams that are in the finals, Glorious Gals and the Ancient Cans. Just to reiterate, two of the matches have been won by the Glorious Gals and precisely by Shanu Tiwari, the national player, and Rajesh Kumar. This is the final match between Vinay Patil from Senior Section E and from Ancient Incas, Senior DCP Section B. Vishal, how do you think the match is playing so far?
Okay, so match is still in the early phase. I would say the both kings have been castled and put on the safer side of the board. And so again, the fight for the center has started. The knight on e4 looks strong, guarded by the both pawn and a bishop, attacks the queen. And both players are good right now, although black has a little advantage because the pieces are more in sync with each other and looking at the center. On the other hand, Vinay does not have a very strong center at this point. Maybe pieces could be improved a little. Okay, I think that bishop, that was not a very good move. E7 for the bishop. The rook can take it. I don't know if Vinay sees some trick behind the move. Right now, what I see is just a blunder. So let's see how Vinay
It
decides to play it. Maybe he
could
has
just
a
be a blunder,
trick
my
up his
friend.
sleeves.
But
Hmm?
but you know what? We had Shanu in Glorious Gals as a national player. Here we have Tejas, who again is a national player. Perhaps not playing together. A match between two of them could have been maybe much more interesting. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely. The harder the game gets, the better for the spectators, right? So we would definitely would have loved to watch more. Okay, so queens are off the board. Queens were exchanged, and winner looks in a tough spot right now. Tejas is up a pawn. He's an exchange up. Okay, he's an exchange up, and this is very good for looking good for Tejas right now. He already has an attack going. The bishop is looking at the king. As soon as that rook moves, he'll have a check and can pick up another piece. Winner would have tough time defending against this as of now, but still early to say. You never know when someone makes a mistake. The other one can always leverage
Vishal,
on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think people are also supporting sort of Tejas. Satyam is saying DCP got to win back its pride. Had
yeah,
they lost their
definitely.
pride some time back?
Well, it's on. Yeah, so the score is already 2-0 right now. So Tejas has to win this, and Vinay is playing this for bragging rights, 3-0. But right now it's looking very tough. Tejas has a clear advantage. He's an exchange up. Vinay has to decide what to do at this point, because as soon as the rook moves, the bishop will have a check on the king, and that is not very good for him. Maybe removing the king from the pin is good. Uh, Also, let's see how Vinay decides to play this out. But right now, as we speak, Tejas is looking good, yeah. And time pressure also builds up on Vinay with every passing second. Again, this is just a 10 minutes rapid game, guys. So players usually have to move very quickly, and any more time you spend on a particular move has to be compensated on the next move. So not
Vishal,
looking good right now. Yeah.
I think Tejas, if he does win this, he would
Mhm.
definitely want to have one of the customized jerseys of his name, and would want to also brag about it in the campus once we reach there. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely. A jersey is a matter of pride for any sportsman, and
And I
we
think I think this one place he can definitely get it, and at the best of the prices also, it's the House of Jersey.
definitely, I would suggest House of Jersey to anyone who wants to have a custom made jersey for themselves or their team. Okay, so Vinay is taking a lot of time. Maybe he's doing some calculations. And definitely, this is a very crucial step because any mistake at this point may cost him the entire match.
It's taking way too long, actually.
Yeah, so yeah, because I told you, yeah, the bishop has a underlying threat, yeah. As soon as the rook moves, it give a check, and then maybe rook can pick up another piece. So that is why it's taking such a long time. The attack is very solid. The bishop looks very dangerous on
So let's say,
d3.
Vishal, you yourself are a player of chess. Were
Yeah,
you in Vinay's place, in Vinay's
yeah.
shoes? What would you have? What would your move have been?
Well, my first instinct is to remove that king from the line of the bishop, right? Because I do not want him to play like e3 with the rook, and then and then I'll get a check on my king, and as soon as I move it, he picks up another pieces or something. So that is why I think the moving the king is the best idea for him right now. Then his second move should be to something to develop that rook on a1, right? The a1 rook is trapped in its own pieces. He's not doing anything. So you do not want your major pieces doing nothing at this point of the game, right? You want all of them to be attacking some of the piece or defending some of the piece. So that rook on a1 is doing nothing. So if I was in this position, first of all, I'll maybe remove my king from that position and then develop my rook from that a1 position so that it is more active. Because you can see, right, the blacks all pieces are very active.
Right, and there we go.
Yeah, so he just pulled back, keeping the bishop still there for the defense of the rook. Now it's all on Vinay how he wants to play. Still not
And
developing the rook. I would suggest him to, he should develop this rook as soon as possible, right? Because you do not want your major piece doing nothing. So right now he pushed the pawn so that he can cut off the bishop.
I think Karthik is asking how come neither has bothered to move a rook despite losing their queen. Would you want to take that?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, so I think he's talking about the rook on a1 only. Like that rook is doing nothing. The queens are off the board. It was never developed. Also, also you can see, yeah, the black forced Vinay to put all his pieces on the back rank only. Yeah, both the knights are also on the back rank. So they are not doing much. They are all into defense. There is no counterplay for him right now. So he pushed his pawn to c4 to block that bishop so that the rook is not guarded anymore, right? So if
Yeah.
Tejas does not pay attention to it and move some other piece, the king can just pick the rook up and it would be an even game again.
I think it's always good to have an expert here in the commentary panel to discuss in-depth details about the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think chess is a great game and has a lot of scope as a spectator sport as well, right? Because
Right.
yeah, it is a game of gentlemen after all, and people love some intense brainstorming as well. Yeah, so that pawn was
This was
hanging and he
this
just
was
picked it
coming.
up.
Yeah, this was coming.
This was coming, yeah. So he just gave him a free pawn as well. Not a very good position. I would have suggested him, yeah, moving the knight from b file so that the rook is open
Now,
again.
what was this logic?
Yeah, so thanks for all the viewers, yeah, who are watching and commenting side by side. Kartikeya, thank you for your comment. And yeah, so you can see, yeah, Tejas is on a rampage here, picking up pieces. And finally, the knight from b2 moves, b1 moves, so that the rook is finally can enter the game again. So here, the focus of Tejas is to have some sort of an attack going on, direct all his pieces towards the king. And Vinay is behind on development, so maybe he's just trying to get all his pieces in so he can defend well, and
He
if
is,
gets a
yeah, he
chance, he can.
certainly seems to be on a defensive strategy today.
Yeah, Vinay was. We missed the opening a little bit. Maybe there was some disadvantage in the opening itself. It was an e4 opening again, a very simple and most used opening in this format at this level. Uh, Yeah, so okay, so here is a tactic actually. Vinay can just put his rook on e1, and if the bishop takes the knight, he can pick up the rook with a check. Okay, maybe yeah. So he's just attacking with his uh, knight, but this is not a good situation, right? Now your
As
knight,
in,
yeah,
is
both
Vinay
knights are
not
now attacked
keeping?
right now.
Vishal, is Vinay not keeping couple of moves ahead in his mind? I think. What was that move about? It was Tejas would have any which ways, moved from 7C to 70.
Yeah, looks like a desperate attempt to me. He's trying to get some counterplay, but as you can see, it's not uh, getting in his favor a lot. Okay, so they just exchange their pieces a little bit, but as I said earlier, yeah, the player who's in advantage, it's usually good for him to exchange pieces, but not for Vinay as much. Vinay wants to keep as many material on the board as possible so that he can complicate things and maybe get a opportunity at some point. Again, I think that at that point, rook to e1 would have been a better move. Maybe Tejas would have missed it and he could pick up that rook with a check. But in chess, every opportunity is very short-lived, right? You have to pick it up while it lasts. And the train has been missed for Vinay. It looks completely losing at this point. All the pieces are now coming in for an attack. Uh,
So
okay, knight to f3 looks like a deadly check for him. Uh, okay, he goes for the rook first. I don't think this is a very good move, yeah. You go for the rook and give the rook actually to come to an active square. The rook was on a1, it was as good as dead. Now you exchange a
now
piece, okay.
this was coming. Yes.
Yeah, so they have exchanged more pieces. The more pieces they exchange, better for Tejas. It's not very comfortable right now as a okay. So
Oh,
he just
resigned.
resigned. Yeah, resigned. So he
Goodness.
was basically a rook down at this end game, and yeah, it was there was no hope actually for him. So very well played by Tejas. Yeah, constant pressure. Was just a pawn up and then an exchange up and then a whole
And
rook up.
yeah, he
So
lived
things
also
really worked
up to
out
his
for him.
expectations of being a national player, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. The game was very interesting. Yeah, completely tried to build up pressure as the game progressed. Yeah, from a pawn up to a rook up is a great development. I would say it was like constant pressure on attack and continuous improvement of pieces. Yeah, the synergy was there between the pieces. That's why he was able to convert it towards game.
Sometime in the middle when I was taking too long, it appeared as if Tejas was, inevitably subduing Vinay, more so mentally actually.
Yeah, so chess is a very interesting game, right? As you play along, you can feel it who's winning or who's losing. Yeah, Winner definitely realized that that position was not very good for him, and if he wants to convert this game, that was the only time he could have
And
changed it because as Tejas would have got more and more dominating, Winner would just be on the back foot and just defend desperately, and at the end would
yeah,
lose another
and
piece.
my friend Karthik also feels the same. As we're talking about the mental game, he also says, it's about the pressure, constant pressure, which Vinay was feeling actually.
Yeah, definitely. And as you start getting low on time, right, the pressure keeps on building. and then you make some weird moves which are not very right because you are under time pressure as well, you're losing as well, and that gives stages, more opportunities to make a strength
Yeah.
out of it.
So, friends, finally to summarize, we have clear winners for a chess competition, and it's the glorious gals from senior section E. Congratulations, Shanu, Vinay, and Rajesh.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. It was a great comeback of Brain. 2-1 score for senior section E.
Superb game, guys. Great to watch you play. And I think all the audience also witnessed a very good game. It was very much visible from their comments.
Yeah, definitely, and that was our intention also. Yeah, commentating for chess so that people could understand it better and enjoy it, especially when we are having such amazing games going on. Yeah.
Now, I think now these people in this team that we have the winners, no glorious gals, they deserve all the three things. We beat a jersey from a customized jersey from House of Jersey, beat a pickle from the pickle story, and a great snap in the Nayak Bharati newspaper. What do you say?
Yeah, I would be definitely great for them. Yeah, all these hard works paid off, and I think they all be looking forward to it. And also for our audience, yeah, they witnessed some great games today, so they would also be inspired to play more chess
Now,
in
with
the
that,
future. And next year, maybe we can have even greater games.
right. With that, I think me and Vishal will take our audience's leave now. Thanks for watching patiently and witnessing such a good game. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.